First of all, now I am going to discuss about the laser. Now, first of all, we know what is laser. Laser is a device that emits the light through a process of optical amplification. What is meant by the optical amplification? It is an important word. An optical amplifier is a device that amplifies an optical signal directly. The term use amplifies by means we can use the amplifier. Amplifier what is the duty of the amplifier? Is when the signal is coming from the one point, it transfer to the other point. In between the amplifier, it converts weak signal into a stronger signal based on the simulated emission of electromagnetic radiation. The electromagnetic radiation, there is a various types of radiation around you and me. We can discuss with later. The term laser originated as an originated for light amplification by simulated emission of radiation. Before the laser, the first four letters LASE represent the coherent beam. Coherent beam. What is meant by the coherent beam? Laser is the coherent beam if their frequency and waveform are identical and their phase difference is constant. Frequency and waveform and identical and their base difference is constant. It means same amplitude and same width, the same time duration for the each waveform. It is the coherent beam. That is the all rays are the same. It's the coherent beam. It's the laser beam. It's the coherent beam. Now, before we can discuss about the ruby laser and any laser, we must know about the simulated absorption and simulated emission and spontaneous emission. What is meant by simulated emission? Simulated simulated absorption occurs when a photon strikes an atom with just exactly the proper energy to induce an electronic transmission between two energy levels. We can clearly understand simulated absorption occurs when a photon strikes an atom. The photon energy strikes an atom with just excite the proper energy. With just excites the proper energy to induce an electronic transmission. To induce an electrical transition means it will travel one energy level to another energy level. Just you can consider sun is the external light source. It will passes the light to the, it is considered as the chromium atoms. The chromium atoms easily absorb the blue green rays. In other words, the some person likes. Okay, now what will happen? Observation, the external energy travel from the one energy level to another. The light source energy is absorbed by the chromium atom. The light source energy is photon. Okay, now what will get into the atom will travel to first lower energy level to higher energy level. Okay, but what is in the simulated absorption in a single word is when the atom absorbs the external light photons is the simulated absorption. Okay, now simulated emission is the process by which an incoming photon of specific frequency can interact with an excited atomic electron. We almost know the, the atoms does not stay continuously on the higher energy level, so it automatically comes to the lower energy level. It comes to the lower energy level E2. Now we can clearly once again you can read, it's the process by which an incoming photon of the specific frequency can interact the another light source, external light source is the incoming photon light in, okay, the specific frequency it will come and can interact, it will interact with the atom in the energy level 2. Now excited the, now what will happen? It does not it try to go to E1, but without the external energy light source it does not go. Okay, so it needs the external light source. So external light source is part that it will interact with the atom. Now you will try to go to the lower energy level. During the process, what will happen? Emits the two photon. Already one light energy is passed. One photon is passed, so it travel into the higher energy level E3, and it comes to the E2. Okay, automatically, because E3 is the higher energy level, it does not stay continuously. So it without the help of external light source, it does not try to go to E1 lower energy level. So we can give the another energy level. So this energy, this light energy, and this photon energy, these two photon energy, absorbed energies are emitted. This emitted process is called the simulated emission. This is the basic principle of the laser working. Okay, emits the two photons. It's the important one. Okay, and it is spontaneous emission. Spontaneous emission is the process in which a quantum mechanical system transmits from an excited energy state to another state. This is the same thing, but the before they can see, there is the energy level 2 to lower energy level. They need a external light source. A photon absorbs, and the atom absorbs the external light source photon and succumb to the E1. During the process, photons are later, but in this spontaneous emission, this it does not need the external light source photons. It automatically comes to the energy level E1. Okay, during this process only emits the proton. Only the when there is a only was initially one time the light source input, there's a it absorbs the one photon, it's going to the higher energy level, and it comes again. So it come to the E1. It is not possible if always the photon is emitted from the atom, it comes to the EO energy level. It is the basic principles to understand the laser working. And we coming to the ruby laser. Ruby laser, we can know the various parts of the ruby laser. This is the ruby rod is the important, but one end is partially coated. The another end is fully silver coated. It's a partially silver coated, and the another end is fully silver coated. And this is the ruby rod. It's the flash lamp, and the capacitor power supply switches, and it's the external flash tube. When you coming to the 2D diagram, coming to the now this is the power supply capacitor. Initially, what is the purpose of capacitor? Is store the energy. Initially, store the energy, reduce some supply, and resistor. It resists the flow of current. It is from the various high current is sometimes pulse from the battery, so it will affect the ruby rod. So in order to avoid this, we can use the resistor and switch for the controlling purpose, and we can use the ruby rod, and is the flash, and the ruby rod, and is the xenon flash tube, and is the partially coated end. You can see the partially coated end, and this is the fully coated end. Okay, now to the construction of the ruby laser. Ruby rod is the mixture of aluminum oxide and doped chromium ions. It is the ruby rod is the mixture of aluminum oxide, and inside that we can dope the chromium ions of 0.05 percentage. Okay, the ruby rod have here two end faces. There is the two end faces. Wow. Okay, this is the one end faces. This is the other end faces. One face is fully polished. One face is fully polished, acts as 100% mirror. The fully polished surface is act as the 100% mirror. It is completely reflects the lights inside the ruby rod. Can say it is the fully polished is completely act as the mirror. What is the purpose of mirror? We can see in the working the internally what will happen in the ruby rod. The light will produce this due to the reflection of the light. We can use the mirrors. Okay, the another surface is partially polished mirror. It is the 50% mirror, so it's partially reflects the light inside. Right, 50% mirror, it is partially. Okay, the ruby are surrounded by the xenon flash tube. Okay, the capacitor and battery are connected with the resistor. The capacitor and the battery are connected in parallel with the resistor. Okay, and the switch and resistor connected in series. Now to safety purposes, the one end of the plastic connected with the switch terminal and the another end is connected to the negative terminal of the capacitor or battery. Okay, now we can coming to the working point of view. When the supply is positive supply is coming from the battery to resistor, then resistor and switch is normally off. When we want to turn on, the switch will turn on. Now what will happen? The supply is going to the ruby flash tube. Now it will flashes. You can see again it will flashes. It will flashes. This flashlight is passed to the ruby rod. Now the working main part is what will happen inside the ruby rod. You can see again when I can switch on and the supply go to flash tube and the flash tube will emit the flash. Now we already know ruby rod is the mixture of aluminum oxide and doped chromium ions. Now we must know the chromium atoms can easily absorb the green and blue light. The chromium atom can easily absorb the green and blue light. Now what will happen inside the ruby rod? It is considered this is the ruby rod. Okay, when it flash tube is flashes and the light rays is spotted to the ruby rod, it's inside what happened? That is the energy level E1 and this is the E2 and the E3. Lower energy level, higher energy level, and this is the metallic state. When it here we can discuss the simulated absorption, spontaneous emission, simulated emission. When the external flash tube flashes the light during the stage, the photons are absorbed by the energy level 1 atoms. Now the photons it will helps to transfer the lower energy level into the higher energy level. It will happens on the all the atoms. All the atoms is nothing but how much time the light is flash is turned on of the external flash tube. Okay, we already know the atoms are impossible to continuously stay in the higher energy level, so it try to come out from the try to go to the lower energy level. So it try to go the lower energy level E2. Now it come to the E2 stage. Now what will get in during this process, the atoms will release the heat. Okay, and we must know E2 is always greater than E1. E2 is always greater than E1 because atoms in E2 is always greater than E1. Okay, now we can see now the atoms in the metallic stage try to go to the lower energy level E1. Okay, at least one atom in the metallic state it will automatically go to E1. It means the spontaneous emission of the one atoms. During the process what will get release a photon. This released photon is going and when it reaches the mirror it is reflected photon from the mirror. Now it will enter and trigger into the it will enter and trigger into the another atom in the energy level 2. Now what will get us the energy level 2, another atom will come straight to comes to the lower energy level. There is already one photon energy is absorbed, there is the another photon energy is absorbed. So what will it will release the two photons. Now what will happen in the third atom it will so now these two photons are going to the mirror and is reflected by the mirror, and these two photons are triggered into the another atom. Now this atom trying to come in going to lower energy level. Now what will happen? It will releases the there is already one and the two photon it will releases the three. So it converts 2, 4, 6, 10 and etc. And finally what it gets the ruby laser. Now this is a photons, the multiplication of photons, there is the n number of photons of light is from the ruby laser. This is the inside what's given, and it will photons are super infused. The multiplication of photons is the n number of photons are created. Photons are super infused. It will come close together. Close together is the infused together, and finally results the high intensity laser beam is it is the very high intensity laser beam coming out from the partially reflected end. You just know it's the partially reflected end. Now the application of laser is low output power, so are used as the toys for children, used in schools, colleges, university for science program, used as the decoration praise and the artist display. Thank you. This is the my first topic is my out of my department, but I can search it and learn lot of things. It is too interesting. Thank you, sir.